Looking back at the start of the race, Will Tregurtha got a very good start as they headed down to the first corner. Amazingly, 42 cars behaved so nicely that not one of them decided to jump into the gravel trap on the outside. They kicked up a bit of dust, but they stayed on the black stuff, which is just what the doctor ordered. Great mix of cars, BMWs, Audis, KTMs, McLarens, Audis. And at the front, the Ginetta. In the middle, we had the Porsche, and this was a car that was to lead to a safety car period later in the race, one of the old-fashioned 997s. The Mercedes going very well indeed. That's one from the Cellazlar Racing team, Sam de Jong, and that was a car that was going to be in the wars later on. 77 going very well in the hands of Patrick Zamperini. Stuart Middleton waiting in the pit lane for Will Tregurtha to come in from the lead. And this is the moment where the 31 Mercedes was given a big, solid thump up the rear by the 76 Porsche. And I'm afraid for Giovanelli, that doesn't make good viewing. He was the assailant there. And you can see how Sam de Jong was less than happy about the contact there at the second chicane. On the restart, big push from Zamperini in the red Audi, but Tregurtha held fair. Right in the middle of all the battle, leading the AM class by a country mile, was Nicky Leutwiler in the 222 Porsche. Then came the time of the pit stops. And then unfortunately we had some clashes later in race 43, the innocent bystander when someone spun in front of him and damaged the 43 Cayman. In came Will Tregurtha to hand over Stuart Middleton. There was 43 being given that clout. Not his fault. The number 4 Audi span just in front of it. And then number 10, Ricardo van der Ende, seemed to run out of brakes, got it wrong and lost second place at the final corner. There is the save of the race from Nikolai Moller-Radson, right on the tail of Stuart Middleton. Mark Bassing making progress in the Pro-Am class, up into second place in class. There in the number 13 Porsche, but the charge was on from Nikolai Moller-Madsen. There, the most outstanding outbraking manoeuvre into the chicane where he'd got it so sideways a couple of laps earlier, through to victory, but unbeknownst to him until possibly the final lap, he'd been hit with a 31-second penalty, and that cost him overall victory and shifted them down to 5th place overall.